So this is my NXT review, and Paxley shocks the world, and she is the new number one contender for the women's championship at Halloween Havoc. It's just that the way that people are excited, the way that the crowd was shocked, and the comments that I've been seeing, you know that she's gonna lose, right? Like you saw her reaction, Izzy Dame's reaction. Like she was saying fucking bitch and all that. She's gonna betray her, and they're probably gonna have a feud next. I don't. But thing also is that if not Paxley, then who? Who is there that can beat JC? Because you clearly have Blake Monroe going after Sol Ruka, and she's probably going after the NXT North American Women's Championship. So we're not gonna get her in the main title picture anytime soon. We can get her if what happens is maybe Zarya turns, and that way maybe you can do book it in some way that you can remove Blake Monroe from that and then have these two Sol Ruka and Zarya go up against each other. But I don't see that happening right now. So apart from Paxley, who are the baby faces there? Like Jane has defeated almost everyone. You're not gonna have Kalani go after the women's championship. So I don't know what they do with it. I'm excited for Halloween Havoc. And talking about Halloween, and some havoc has been caused that Laney Reed, who is pretty hot in that NXT video package, has joined Fatal Influence. So another evolved graduate who is now properly established on NXT. Like Kendall Gray had a good showing in the Women's Battle Royal. The Blake Monroe versus Zarya match was fine. I think maybe the ending was a little bit like, okay, it was typical that she was going to hit her with the chair, which kind of doesn't make sense. It kind of does, it kind of doesn't, like, because Blake probably doesn't want to like get a win over Zarya, but she probably like wants to like punish her or something. But then uh, I don't think it was like the plan of Blake Monroe that I'm gonna hit her with the chair. But no, Sol Ruka is gonna interfere, and that is gonna help me win the match. So Sol Ruka, I think she held the chair, but then she pulled out a hairpin or something. She hit Zarya with it, and Blake Monroe won. And in the battle royal, it was like I don't mind Zarya eliminating herself to save Sol Ruka, but it was not like this feud has been going on for like weeks or months. That there has been some injury angle, or Blake Monroe is attacking Sol Ruka with some kind of like big weapons. Like she just hit her like normally and everything. So Zarya eliminating herself for that was kind of a little bit like wimpy. You also had Briggs defeating Matt Cardona. Like Matt Cardona having such a short stint in NXT, just for him to put over Josh Briggs shows how much like WWE really values Matt Cardona. Like he is still a big name, but they're like, Josh Briggs, put him over. And he put him over. Probably Josh Briggs, I think, is gonna be like the contender for the NXT championship probably after Trick Williams. You also had a segment, Ricky calling out Trick Williams because he betrayed him for a match at Halloween Havoc for the NXT Championship. Trick was like, you are jealous of me because I've done it, better than you. I've done it more times than you, and I've done it when I'm younger than you. You worked your whole life, typical stuff. So that didn't happen. Also, like Ricky talking about how Trick Williams like bumped his head due to all that cocoa butter and everything, but his like forehead looked like he was bleeding. Then you also had in some backstage segment, like it was like Trick Williams shot Ricky since the way that sound blew by. So Trick probably attacked Ricky from the back, and then Ricky was like, "Oh, give me Trick Williams and everything." And Ava was like, "Control yourself. You'll get him next week." And that was it for that. you also had OTM returning, and you had Booker T saying some of the worst bullshit I've ever heard. Like during the Blake Monroe was, you can, when she was going to hit Zara with the chair, he was like, sometimes you win while you lose, and Vic was like, what, by disqualifying yourself? And even there, like when OTM returned, he was like, out the mud, like like hitting that accent. I'm glad that OTM is back because the last time they were on TV, I think they faced Fraxium for the NXT Tag Team Championship. That was a very great match because I think OTM was not having that much of a good time, and that match showed that they had so much potential. And this gimmick is also like pretty simple. Like there are people who are like out the mud, like they rose from like fighting for their lives and everything. Like they're out from there, like they're here to reclaim their place. So it's not like a tough gimmick that you need to explain it to people for people to get behind it. I'm glad, and the tag team division needs them because the tag teams involved in this match were the Culling, Hank and Tank, and Chase You. Like, and these three teams, I don't know how many times they've faced for the NXT Tag Team Championship in the past few months. And you also had, Dark State attacking the Hardys backstage also, so that feud is continuing as well. So I think overall it was a fine NXT, I would say. Things are moving forward, that you can give it to them. It's just that like that Javon Evans, Leon Slater attacked by Darkseid stuff, like that is like what are they planning? Like are they planning? I don't think they're gonna have Dark State win the tag team championships again. Are they planning maybe like WrestleMania time? Like probably Javon Evans and Leon Slater facing the Hardys for the NXT Tag Team Championships, or maybe for both the NXT and TNA Tag Team Championships, because TNA would love that their titles also gets defended like near WrestleMania time, and maybe Slater and Javon Evans win those titles. Maybe that's the future. Let's see. So I would give this a 3 out of 5. Sure, you also had Lara Valkyria, celebrating with PAXLEY, because in the end, like both Izzy Dame and Jordan Grace essentially eliminated themselves because Paxley had her in a choke. Like Izzy went for like a kick, but then both of them flipped. Paxley held onto the rope and she won. So it was, and Lyra celebrated. So this probably again says that a heel turn is coming. So it was a 3 out of 5 show for me. What did you think about the show? Tell me in the comment section. If you like this type of content, like this video, share and subscribe. If you don't, then share it with those who do. My my social media accounts, which are my Twitter/X account and my Instagram account, links are in the description, so go follow me on that. My UPI ID link, which is shabboy@okicici, is also in the description, so go donate any amount of money which you can, which can help me make YouTube a permanent career option. So that was it for you for today. So thank you, goodbye, alvida.